I want to talk about the stakes for tonight's debate with the communications director for Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, Brian Fallon. Brian, thanks so much for joining us.
You just promoted me.
Oh,
are
you deputy communications director?
Press secretary, but
press secretary. Bad staff work. You're fired. Let me just ask you, what is Secretary Clinton hoping to accomplish tonight? Is it kind of just like first do no harm, or does she have an aggressive, assertive, something she wants to achieve?
Yeah, we do. We feel like over the last 3 or 4 months, we've put out a really impressive group of policies that we think will make a difference for middle-class families on things like college affordability, profit sharing to get workers better paid at their companies that they work at, immigration reform. And, you know, it's no surprise that over the last several months, there's been a lot of talk on other issues, political attacks, questions over emails. This is an opportunity, we feel, for her to really communicate what she's all about in terms of the policies she would push as president.
Let me ask you about those emails, as I'm sure is no surprise to you. Yeah. Last week, the chairman of the House Committee on Benghazi, he wrote a letter to the head Democrat on the committee in which he said that Hillary Clinton's friend, Sidney Blumenthal, wrote her an email to her unsecured personal email account naming a human intelligence source, presumably in Libya. Clinton then forwarded that information. Again, it's classified information, even if it wasn't labeled classified. A former acting general counsel of the CIA says you should never even forward anything like that. You should tell Sidney Blumenthal, delete this and never forward it to me again. Why didn't she? So
I want to take a step back for a second. This, for us, is a quintessential example of what this committee has been all about in terms of partisan activity. We don't have the full email that is in question here. He cited it selectively, he quoted it, excerpted it selectively before the State Department has actually reviewed it for public release. So the State Department, in the same way that they're reviewing all the emails that have come out to date, doing a classification review to decide if there should be redactions made to those emails, they sent them to Trey Gowdy, and with the specific caveat
chairman of the committee.
Yes, with the specific caveat that he should not be releasing these emails or making them public until they've completed their classification
But he
review.
Didn't. He described them.
That's just as bad.
But you can't answer the question because you haven't seen it.
No, well, the full context of that email is still to be seen because the email hasn't yet come out. But from what we know, just based on Trey Gowdy's description of it in the letter that he made public last week, you had 2 individuals that were already outside of government transmitting that information before it ever reached Hillary Clinton's email inbox. So not only was it not marked classified, as has been true of all the emails that have come out so far, but that information was being circulated among people that were outside the government and lacked a clearance in the first place before it ever reached her inbox.
But she should not, the argument being made is she should not have forwarded it.
Well, we should wait and see, I think, because it may be the redaction that Trey Gowdy included in the email is not one that the State Department has yet performed. They're actually still reviewing those very emails. So this is a redaction that we suspect he performed because he knew he was already sort of venturing out onto shaky territory by even excerpting this email in part. So we think it was him that expressed exercised the caution in redacting that part. Let's wait and see the full email when it comes out.
All right, I'm sure you'll come on the lead and talk about it.
Yeah,
but moving on to the campaign, what do you say to people in the Obama administration who feel like Hillary Clinton is running so far to the left that she might be hurting her opportunities in a general election, that she doesn't need to distance herself from the trade bill that she once called the gold standard, that she once helped write?
I don't think that's true at all. I think that the unique dynamic that's at work in the Democratic primary, which is completely 180 degrees opposite from what you're seeing in the Republican primary, is that all the issues that make sense for us to talk about in a primary to Democratic voters that are voting in the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary are good issues for the general election. On the Republican side, you're seeing the exact opposite dynamic. You're seeing Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio have to run to the right on immigration and abandon their positions, moderate stances that they previously took when they were in the Senate or when they were governor of Florida, because they have to placate this conservative base. In our primary,
you don't think you're doing that at all?
In our primary, I think that to the extent that we're talking about the need for wage growth and the need to ensure good, strong-paying jobs and raising concerns about whether that trade bill actually achieves that, I think that's a concern that resonates not just with the Democratic electorate, but with the general election audience,
She helped
too.
write the trade bill, and now she's thrown it out.
And she has said that all during the time that she was working on it at State, that this was something that she hoped ultimately she would be able to support. But she had 2 explicit tests that she was always going to subject it to. And the main one was, is it going to raise wages for everyday Americans that haven't seen their incomes grow, even as we've rebounded from the recession? And if it can't pass that test, that is the overarching concern of all of our agenda that we put out to date. And if it can't pass that test, quite understandably, she said she can't support the deal.
All right. Clinton campaign press secretary Brian Fallon, and congratulations on your babies. I haven't seen you since you had them. It's wonderful, wonderful news.
Appreciate it.